Hello everybody, Agamatsu today, and today we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, one of Rogue's biggest issues in terms of combat. Some people may disagree and say this is not really an issue, but that issue is move stacking. In my opinion, move stacking is what is contributing to some of Rogue's combat not being as good as it could be. So some people might be saying, okay, well, Agamatsu, what exactly do you mean by move stacking? So basically, move stacking allows you to use multiple moves, while for example punching, or you can switch back to your sword, and it cancels the little end lag or the delay after when you're switching to your fist to your sword. Okay, that might sound confusing to those who don't do it, but basically, whenever you're swinging your sword or your dagger, when you like de-equip it, there's like a little pause, and you can't immediately start punching. Animation canceling removes that. So now that we have that covered, some people might say like, okay, well, Agamatsu, faces and shinobis, that's their thing, the dagger combo, punch, lethality, triple dagger throw, shadow fan, that's their thing. I will say, what I have to say about that is that it's true, I see a lot of people doing it, but you don't have to do it to be considered a good faces or shinobi. I think if you only rely on move stacking to be a good faceless, I think that's pretty bad. Like, it shows that you can't adjust to your class. Now, I'm not saying you're bad faceless if you use it, but I'm just saying, like, if you can't fight without it, then that kind of shows like, okay, well, if that's your only trick, if that didn't exist, then how good would you actually be? I'm not saying you're bad if you have to use it. I'm saying if that's literally like your only thing that you're good at, then it's like, okay, man, you might have to get better without it. You know what I mean? Shinobi's different because you have grapple and all that, but for facelesses, I believe this is true. So some people might still argue like, well, like, I don't think it means you're bad. Well, in my opinion, or not that, but some people might say that some facelesses, like, that's their bread and butter, like they rely on that. I have to disagree with that again. Like, if everybody who watches my channel, they should know Meep. Meep is a pretty good faceless in my opinion. Non-vamp, can take on multiple people at once. He seems pretty good, and he doesn't move stack. And if he did, he does it very little, because I was in a VC with him the other day. He was telling me about it. He's telling me that, hey man, like, I don't really move stack like that anymore. I don't do that punching combo because I forgot how to do it. After you took a long break, you forgot how to do it. So that's just an example of you don't really need move stacking to be that good. Another big, huge issue I see with this is people being able to infinite combo. So like, for example, this is like, I literally did this in some of my freshie videos, and I still think it shouldn't be there. Like, I'm able to do it with like Sigil Knight, Warrior, even Ultra Sigil Commander, which I'll get into later. But so for example, like Warrior, let's just say that you're like trying to play with your friend that's in the EU and you're in America, right? If there's a freshie Warrior that starts to move stack with Action Surge and their sword, you can't get out of that because you're naturally going to be more laggy and you won't be able to block unless you like spam block and get out of it. Some people some people have told me that that works. If it does, good for you, but a lot of people, especially the people I fought, they didn't really seem to get out of it that much, especially with like Sigil Knight, because that lightning charge. So in my opinion, I believe that shouldn't even have to be a thing, because like infinite comboing is that's the main issue. It's the infinite combos. The move stacking, I believe, is like it basically is what leads to the infinite combos. A very easy way to make it so that they can't infinite combo and that faceless can still have their little punch combos. They can just make it to where that whenever you switch to your fists, that's like the last part of the combo. So like, let's say I swing 3 times with my dagger and I switch to my fist, it's gonna hit my 4th and my 5th time. So that way, you can do 1, 2, 3, punch shadow fan and then punch triple dagger throw. There you go. That way you're not really like nerfing everybody's bread and butter, but you're removing things like, freshies being able to infinite combo you, or I don't know, I guess I don't really know how spies work that much. They're just naturally fast with theirs. But yeah, some people may say like, okay, I've never seen that before. That doesn't happen to me. Well, more and more, I've seen it a little bit more, like more and more people, like for example an Ashen. I saw some people like an Ashen Dragon Knight kill like a Solent in front of me. It was just a regular Ashen Dragon Knight, and he was using his spear and his fist, and he just infinite comboed him to death. I think that's so stupid. Even though it's like, it's funny and like it'd be good for video, sure, but I still think like, imagine you're the Ultra, you're like, bro, I just lost to a freshie. So yeah, I'm just empathizing with, like, the ultras. It's like, where's the skill in that? some people might say it takes some skill to do. In my opinion, it's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult. You're just like spamming keys, or you're just being quick a little bit, but it's not like that difficult to do. But yeah, I think everybody can agree that like, I think infinite combos, move stacking, okay, they can maybe adjust it, but infinite combos, biggest problem in the game. Well, not the biggest, but one of the worst like combat things in the game. Like, a lot of people complain when they get one comboed by like a faceless. Like, let's just say, you know, you're trying to block his attacks, he throws strike you, you just get comboed up, punch, lethality, shadow fan. Everybody gets annoyed when that happens to them. But it doesn't have to exactly be that way, because, you know, there's faces that don't use that and they can still mess you up. But I think it's the punching that really gets people upset. So main focus of the video is to just remove move stacking, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Just remove move stacking, replace it with like being able to switch to punching still. It's just that it ends the combo. It doesn't restart, because whenever you restart, it just creates an infinite chain. That way you can still knock people back. I think another big issue people had, I was gonna go into like Snap Sagita and Tenebris combos, but like it's kind of dead already. Like, you know, they already nerfed that, so I have a feeling that they might nerf this soon. I just want to make this video just to express how I feel about it. I don't know, guys, give me your personal thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Yeah, just tell me what y'all think. That's all I really have for y'all today. Hope you guys have a good video, and peace. Hello everybody, Agamatsu here. I'm just going to show an example of what I mean by move stacking with a freshie. So as you can see here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. As you can see, it'd be pretty difficult for anybody to move out of that. This is going to be especially bad if you're like a Citronite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that, so on and so forth. I don't have a faceless at the moment, but you can also do it with a faceless as well, because I've been comboed up by a certain faceless and I was not able to escape even when I had good ping. But yeah, those are just some examples of what I mean by like how a faceless, I mean a freshie with a sword can easily like take you out if you're not careful, just as I did in my Elder Vamp Fresh video. It was literally half that video was just me move stacking to kill people, which again I feel like is really stupid. This can amplify, especially like for example if I have hyper body, so do not again, if you hit faster, they're not getting out of this no matter what, and they can like throw in charge in there as well. I haven't seen many Solons do it, or Citronauts do it, probably because they have you know, Lord's training. But just an example of how much more toxic it could be if like you were, imagine you were a Solons, you had white flame charge and you didn't have Lord's training, and you just did that with hyper body. How would anybody get out of that? Real quick, Gonkro, try and get out of it. As you can see, look at that. This dude is an Elder Vamp, and he wasn't able to escape my combo. They just need to remove move stacking. That's all I have for today's video. Shout out to Gonkuro, also shout out to Kyoto. I'll see you guys later. Peace.